295 billion. Yo, technically, if you round it up, it's 200 billion. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Are you sure about that?
Yo, what's good, YouTube? So today we are playing Sailor Piece, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to maximize your damage and get similar stats to mine, or even have better stats than my own. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys two different types of build. I'm going to be showing you guys a nuke build, so you can do 200 billion damage, maybe even more. And I'm going to be showing you guys a constant damage build. So without further ado, let's just hop into this video. So we are currently in Lawless Island right now, and before I get into like the nitty gritty of the builds, I'm gonna first talk about artifacts. And currently in the game, the best artifact is Abyssal. Now I'm gonna be telling you guys the max value of every single artifact in the game, starting off with main stat and substats. With the helmet, for the main stat, you always want either HP percent or flat HP. Doesn't really matter, the substats are more important. For substats on the helmet, you need damage, crit chance, and crit damage. Gloves, you always want damage percent main stat. For substats, you want crit chance and crit damage. For body, you want crit damage main stat, damage as substat, and crit chance. And now, last but not least, we got the boots. Boots, you want damage percent as the main stat, and for the substats, you want crit chance and crit damage. Alright, so now we're going to be covering trait, race, clan, title, spec passive, power, accessory, and ruin. It sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, but we'll get into it. So best trait in the game right now is Emperor. It's always going to be Emperor. Best ruin in the game right now, Primordial Ruin. And best accessory in the game right now is Ice Queen outfit. Now, if we want to talk about the race, current race in the game that is the best is Luckborn. However, Sword Bless is pretty much identical to Luckborn. The only difference is you get extra luck when you use Luckborn, but it does the exact same damage. Now, for the title that gives you the most damage, it's Frost Empress. I'll show you right here. Frost Empress increases your damage by 87.5%. The best title in the game, and is the title that you want to be running. Okay, now we are on Judgment Island. If you go to the map teleporter here, you will see you can just teleport to the spec passive NPC, and as you talk to him, you will see that I have a rampage spec passive on my Ice Queen weapon. So currently the best spec passive in the game, in my opinion, is rampage. This is not a perfect roll, but as you can see, there is the max value right here. So you can get a combo ramp of 30% cap and damage of 29.9%. Crit chance you can get up to 4% and crit damage up to 10%. So now that we've covered the best spec passive, if you guys want the second best spec passive, I would say it is Berserker. Because of the 30% increase in damage and the 15% increase in crit damage. That extra 5% in crit damage really boosts the damage up to being comparable to Rampage. These two spec passes are so close in damage that it doesn't really matter where you use. If you get Berserk, a really good Berserker piece, use Berserker. If you get a really good Rampage piece, use Rampage. They're both pretty dang good. Alright, so we are currently on Lawless Island, and now we're gonna finally be covering the clan and the power. These are the two things that are deciding between the nuke build and the constant build. We're gonna start off with the nuke build. Let's pull up our clan here. If you guys want to get the nuke build, you're gonna want to use Alter Clan. This clan right here, Alter Clan. And pretty much what Alter Clan does is every 5 abilities, you will do an increased amount of damage. So this is how I did 200 billion damage. I did 5 abilities, and then I did a huge nuke of 195 billion damage because of the increased damage that it gives you after doing my 5 abilities. And I also paired this with Curse Brand. The Curse Brand passive is after hitting an NPC, it takes 10 to 15% increased damage. So that really helped me get my damage up a lot. And then as you can see, the max values here for damage, crit chance, and crit damage is 30% damage, 4% crit chance, and 12% crit damage. My piece is pretty close to a god roll. I got 11.7% crit damage, 3.8% crit chance, and 27.8% damage. So that is how you achieve the nuke build, alter and curse brand. Now, if you guys want to have a consistent build where you're doing consistently good raw damage, I would say go with the Frostbane clan. So pretty much what Frostbane does is increase in 40% damage, and each damage tick, your damage will increase by a cap. This is what I would say is the best clan in the game for consistent damage. Also paired with the best power in the game, which I will show you right now for consistent damage, which is Colossus. Now, if you guys want max rolls for Colossus, you want 34% damage, 3% crit chance, and 10% crit damage. Now, what really makes the Colossus so good is the passive. And as you can see, the passive here is deal 15% to 25% more damage to bosses. This is extremely good for bosses, and paired with Frostbane, it will give you the most consistent raw damage just in general if you want to play the game. But if you guys want to see big numbers on the screen, I recommend going for the nuke build. But if you don't really care about that, then the best build in the game is Frostbane Colossus. Alright, so now we're going to be covering stat rerolls and boss rush. So if you come over to the stat reroll NPC, as you can see, I have Z stat on crit damage, crit chance, and damage. You want Z on all of these. It's gonna take a lot of gems, by the way. I would think it would take about 30 million gems, maybe 40 million gems, but around that much to get crit chance, crit damage, and damage all Z. Now let's go check out boss rush. So you come over to the boss rush upgrade NPC. You can upgrade your damage percent, your crit damage, and your crit chance. To upgrade all of these 3 stats, you're gonna need rush coins. What I recommend you do is go into boss rush, use Gilgamesh, or use Ice Queen V skill, and you will get a lot of rush coins. Farm it on easy mode. That is the method. Okay, so we are on Tower Island. I'm gonna be covering Tower, Infinite Tower. So this is the Infinite Tower upgrade NPC. If you talk to him or talk to her, it's just select boss rush, 25% increase on damage, 15% increase on crit damage, and 5% increase on crit chance. You get these tower tokens by playing the Infinite Tower game mode. What I would recommend is using Gilgamesh V skill or using Ice Queen V skill, just like boss rush. But if you go to your settings here, you want to scroll down and put your auto tower reset to 50, because if you want to AFK farm this efficiently, you need to reset at 50. Going to floor 80, floor 70, floor 60, I think it's a waste of time. So farm those and reset at 50 every single time. Also, one more thing before I forgot. You also get the Primordial Rune from Infinite Tower, the best rune in the game, which we talked about before. It increases your damage by 120%, which is a lot. So now we are on Slime Island. You want to go and click on the skill tree icon right here, and you'll be teleported to the skill tree NPC. As you can see here, there is a stat board with crit damage, crit chance, and damage percent. You want to max all of these out because you get 25% crit damage from this, 25% damage, and 5% crit chance. So we are currently in Shinjuku, and the best way to farm skill tree right now and kill the most NPCs in the shortest amount of time is Shinjuku. You want to use your Quake Fruit about right here and just spam your C skill on auto and kill the enemies on the left and on the right, and you should kill about 250 NPCs pretty fast, and you'll stack up some skill points to max out your skill tree. So we are currently on Snow Island right now, and I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to get Haki. You need to pull up over here, and there is the Haki NPC that you talk to. You finish the quest and you will get Haki. Now, if you guys want to get Conqueror's Haki, I will show you over here. It is in Shibuya. So if you go over here where the Curse King boss is at and go up this building all the way around here, there will be a Conqueror's Haki NPC. You will need to complete the quest for this one as well. I believe you need Ascension 5, I think some Conqueror fragments, and you will get this quest done pretty fast, and you will get Conqueror's Haki. Now, the value that these skills both give is actually insane. Haki, 75.5% increase in damage, and Conqueror's Haki, 34% increase in damage. That is pretty insane. Okay, so the only thing we have left right now for the damage guide is aura and cosmetics. You get aura and cosmetics from aura crates and cosmetic crates. And if you scroll over here to aura, the best aura in the game is a legendary at the moment. It will increase your damage by 15%. And the best cosmetic in the game is also a legendary, and it increases your damage by 15%. Both totaling in an increase of damage of 30%. So that is it for my damage guide. If you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all boys on the next one.